Hello, welcome. We are going to make cookies. This is what we need.
Some granulated sugar. Need some vanilla extract. Some margarine here. Imperial. We could not find any eggs, but we do have egg whites, which will work just fine. Some flour. Some delicious unicorn chips, and some salt, and some baking soda and flour.
Okay.
Make sure you pre-start and preheat your ovens to 375. So we're going to do that right now. And then we will see you again in a little bit.
Hello again.
All right, so we're back. So we have our dry ingredients ready in a separate bowl. Okay, a couple things we noticed. First, the recipe says baking soda on the left and the baking powder on the right. Kind of confusing. So we just decided to use baking soda. The next thing is that we didn't have any butter, so using margarine was just fine. No problem with that. Okay, the next thing with the eggs, so we don't have any eggs and we like to use this cage-free liquid egg. And what you need to do on the side, it will show you that there's 3 tablespoons, which equals 1 egg. Okay, this is calling for 2 large eggs, so it's going to be 6 tablespoons. So you can just use your tablespoon, or you can do the math and figure out how many cups you would need to do that. Zach, do you know how many?
4.
No, but there are 16 tablespoons in a cup. Okay, couple more things we forgot. This is our first time doing this, so forgive us. We made sure we put our hair up. Well, Zach didn't have to, but I did. And we washed our hands for, how many seconds should you wash your hands for?
20.
Okay, and you should use warm water and soap. Okay, and especially should be washing your hands right now anyways, because if you don't, that's just gross. All right, so anyway, what I did, I don't have a fancy blender here or KitchenAid. I just have a handheld mixer. You guys should know that from your equipment quiz. Anyway, so I have our wet ingredients and our dry ingredients, and we're going to slowly add in this to this, and we're going to blend it at the same time. By the way, you don't have to have any kind of fancy magical unicorn chocolate chips. You can make regular sugar cookies or whatever you like. All right, so we will be back here in a minute. All right, and then this is what the mixture should look like. Just add in the dry ingredients slowly as you mix. And then if you're having a hard time with the butter, we forgot to mention earlier that you can throw it in the microwave and soften it maybe for about 10 seconds. Just careful not to melt it. Okay. All right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to put in 1 2/3 cup of the unicorn morsels. You want to be careful not to put too many in, although he would like to put in like all of them. You have to be careful because if you put in too many, they're not going to cook. Okay. Most important part after we add that in is we're going to chill the dough in refrigerator for 30 minutes. That just helps them to be cooled and chilled, and it helps the whole cooking process and how they turn out towards the end. All right, so we will be back with you here in just a couple minutes.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to put this in the fridge for 30 minutes. What's cool about this, since we didn't use raw eggs, is that we can lick off the beaters, which is probably the fun part. You just have to be careful if you're using raw eggs not to get, do you know, it's called salmonella. Wonderful. Nobody wants that. Okay, see you guys soon. All right, and we're back. Yes, I realize before you say there are germs on my phone as I'm recording, I did clean my phone before we did this, so doing the best we can here. So what I did was I covered my lovely table, and I put some flour down, and what we're going to do is we're going to take out the chilled cookie dough that's been sitting in there for about 30 minutes. We're going to roll it out. It says on the directions that you should be rolling out 1/4 inch thick and using cookie cutters. If you don't have cookie cutters, you can just put them into balls and roll them up that way. And then I like using parchment paper before I put it on my cookie sheet. Just kind of helps with cooking and keeping things clean. I have these really cool cookie cutters that my son picked out. They're pet cookie cutters. So we're going to try those out, but that's about all that we have here, unfortunately. So we're going to do that, and then we will be back with you here in just a minute. All right, so you're just going to spread it out using your hands or a rolling pin. And then I put just 6 of these on here. You want to make sure they're spread apart and make sure that they have plenty of space to cook. And then I believe our recipe says to put it just in for 8 to 10 minutes. And then we are going to let them sit for about 2 minutes once they come out. So hopefully you'll get to see your finished product here in just a minute. Okay, so a couple of questions. Number one, yes, you can chill your dough for more than 30 minutes. Some people do recommend like 24-hour dough chill, and then it comes out and sticks together a lot better. The next thing is, if you are using some type of egg substitute, the egg is what keeps everything like stick together, and so that might change or alter your cookies just a little bit. Last thing is, if you make super large cookies, kind of like what I did, mine are a little bit larger than normal, you're going to want to keep an eye on them and probably cook them for a little bit longer than 8 to 10 minutes. Don't forget that your cookies are going to cook a little bit more once they come outside of the oven. So even if they don't look done, they might be done. So let's take a look here and see if they are about ready. I'm going to give them maybe another minute or so. So that is about 10 minutes total. And then we'll take them out and we will check out the finished product. By the way, these are my wonderful slippers I'm wearing and my great pajama pants. And this is my beautiful home. Not so beautiful, and my kid who is gone. All right, we will see you soon with the finished product. All right, and here are the finished products. We have a cat. This is a bone, okay, everyone? This is a bone. And another cat, and I think this is a dog paw here. So we're going to let those cool for about 2 minutes or so. I think we would have had a little bit better of a turnout if we would have chilled them for 24 hours. So just take note in that. Anyway, I'm going to go find my helper and we will sign off. All right, so we're back. Here I am. Look, this is my coronavirus quarantine look. This is Zach. We're glad you watched this video, and we just hope that you and your families are safe and healthy, and hope you can have some fun during this time. Zach, anything to add?
No, not really.
All right, anyway, see you guys. Take care. Bye.